How goes the family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys are having a great and exceptional evening. Today's topic, I'll be talking about what college should offer. Now, there has been a credible debate about today's universities and the credibility of getting a college degree outside of the college majors of, information technology, IT, engineering, all aspects of the medical community and law degrees. In my personal opinion, more college universities will be out of business unless they can change their ways. According to the article that I read today, most graduates around the world are unable to cope in the world of work because they don't have the skills required to be productive, such as the problems solving skills, risk-taking skills, coding skills, technological skills, people skills, and so forth. We are not expecting graduates to be professionals, the article stated necessarily, but we expect them to be equipped with these basic skills that we will require of any graduate. This is CEO of a major corporation was having this discussion in the article. For instance, with the problem solving skills, we expect that even if you don't have the solutions and go find the solutions, take the initiative and ask the right questions and get the right answer rather than waiting for instructions. And this is so true, family, because in a lot of circumstances with the universities, they only help people become great test takers, but not actually helping people get real life experiences and obtaining actual on-the-job skill training and skill sets. And also, let's be realistic. When it comes to school, you're taught to follow instructions. You're given a project, you're taught to follow the specific instructions that the curriculum and the professor has laid out. It's a rarity they let you say, do what you need to do to get it done. That's usually never how it's done. It's usually like, hey, follow these specific formats. If you don't, you will fail. And I can't tell you how many, when I was younger in college, it racked my brain, had to follow these specific formats, even though I just could have did it and it would have looked great as far as completing a specific project, and I could have did it and it would have looked great. But the professor or professors would have been upset because I didn't follow their specific instructions. That's just another thing to take into consideration. The article really talked about the university school systems throughout Africa, but I think it's like that throughout the world as well, in certain parts of the world, even in the Western world. The article also stated that it is high time African universities made it a duty to ensure that their graduates are actually all set to be employable. The situation right now is that every year, thousands of graduates are turned out from their universities, but in the real scheme of employment, most of the people employed are from abroad. The CEO stated that I own a technology company and I hire people from India to work for me because they are cheaper and more efficient, and they also deliver. That's another thing when it comes to immigration. A lot of times, even on the white collar side, people will have people immigrate from other countries. They might be great, efficient workers, but they will take less pay. It's like that in the US and in Europe too, when it comes to the tech field. They'll come in on a work visa and, they'll take less money. Like I said, you have in Silicon Valley, but for decades now, they've had a straight flight from India going to Silicon Valley, going to San Francisco. So just something to think about. And the person said, I am a nationalist, but don't get me wrong, and I would want to support my country in Africa, but he said we had to realize that in business, there are things you have to watch out for, such as the cost of production, efficiency, and that you are taking the best business options. And CEOs are confronted with these daily decisions on a regular basis. A graduate is supposed to be ready to be a problem solver. So if I know you have a capacity to be retrained on the job, then it is easier for me to employ you. This is exactly why major corporations like Google, Facebook, and Apple no longer require prospective employers to have a college degree anymore, and they have their online tech university trainings, because they need problem solvers, not college grads. There's a big distinct difference. The article ended on this note, family, by going into what will help Africa, but I think what will help, because you have certain schools in the Western world that are on board with this, but a lot of other countries that are quote unquote considered third world are catching up in a sense. Especially with, unfortunately, when it comes to Africa, they call it the brain drain because a lot of Africa's most prominent skilled laborers doctors, lawyers, engineers, tech, specialists end up going to Europe or going to the United States or going to Canada and whatnot, or Australia to utilize their talents and not utilize those talents coming back to the home country. But the thing is, they want to ensure that their college grads will come out, as far as Africa goes, they want to ensure that the college grads come out with more problem-solving skills. Number one, he said we need to have a program in our universities that allows industry participants where top CEOs or top leaders would have direct contact with the university students periodically. I could not agree with that statement more, because that's how it is at Stanford University and other Ivy League universities across the United States of America. The CEO stated that I have seen some universities do that in the world. So it is okay to include this as part of their programs, which where captains of industries tell them what they need to know to be ready to enter the industrial world. Number two, the style of teaching should be more of case study, problem solving, group discussions than just grooming them to pass examinations. And I could not agree with that statement more, because I think that's one of the biggest problems with education across the board all over the world, is it's too focused on test taking, and intelligence is not always measured by people being able to pass a test. All right, but anyways, the article stated that life is beyond just passing examinations. He says, the CEO stated, I'm not going to hire you because you have a first-class degree, but I'm going to hire you because you have demonstrated to me that you have the capacity to solve problems. You can be third-class graduate once you have the qualities I want to see. I will hire you. This is the CEO in Africa talking. He says, I want less and less focus to be on the class and grades and more focus to be on the quality of people we are turning out. Now and then, the university should have a formal relation with the industry to have a mentorship program for students where members/leaders of industry could come and mentor these young students and so on. I think if we do all these, it will go a long way in allowing these students to be exposed to the rigors of the industry. Just like Stanford University churns out future CEOs and creators of future business ventures. It is what it is, and more, whether it's community college, whether it's any sort of university, private or public, needs to be having those more relationships, especially when a student, my personal opinion, when the students in their last 2 years of being, even in high school, it's like especially push to, skilled trades, from electrician, plumber, welder, mechanic and whatnot, beautician, barber, There used to be a time they called it VOTEC, but it's unfortunate they got rid of that. But it used to be, they put more money in the sports programs than they will, making sure that people are skilled when they leave high school in case they don't make it to college or whatnot. But that needs to be brought back even to the high schools. That needs to be implemented into the community colleges, because not everybody's going to have a college degree. Two, not everybody needs to have a college degree, okay? Because unfortunately, you see this throughout the Western world. You have so many people who have master's degrees, quote Dr. Carl Anderson, yet they've mastered nothing, all right? And CEOs are not looking for master's degree graduates anymore. They are looking for people with problem-solving skills and skill sets, all right? Anyways, do the great three free things, family. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. And as I always say, make money moves, or you're gonna live broke like a fool. Thanks to the people who contributed to my Snap, my PayPal, and my Cash App. It's greatly appreciated. Sorry, I'm stuttering here. It's been a long day, so just finishing things up. But anyways, don't forget to check out the online store. And as I always say, make money moves, or you're gonna live broke like a fool. Take care, family.